Enlightenment means you are not this matter. You are a mind. Shifting your consciousness from matter to mind is enlightenment. We are not atoms and molecules, protons and neutrons and electrons. We are pure consciousness. When you remember this point always, in every situation in your life, then you are enlightened. You must understand that whatever you are, the same thing is there everywhere else. Whatever Patriji is, that is Sheila Alvi. There is no difference. Because it is the same consciousness working everywhere. Through every mind and through every body. When you understand the one consciousness pervading the whole creation, then you are enlightened. So the purpose of human life is to become enlightened. And once you have become enlightened, the second purpose starts. Trying for others' enlightenment. Giving them a helping hand in whatever way you can. By giving information to others about enlightenment. Until the person comes to enlightenment, he is bound to have a lot of suffering. And he is also bound to give a lot of suffering to others. Giving suffering to others is called as karma. So, before enlightenment, everybody has got huge amount of karma. He must have caused a lot of suffering to so many people because of his lack of enlightenment. So once you become enlightened, what happens is that you stop giving suffering to others. So you stop making new karma. But whatever karma you have collected remains to be dissolved in due course, in subsequent lifetimes. So once you become enlightened, the task becomes to clear all your past karma. That's a huge process. To clear all the backlog. It may take many lifetimes again, but it has to be done. But it is always done very gladly. We pay back very happily because we are clearing our karma. So what we have to understand about enlightenment is that enlightenment is seeking the unified consciousness. Second point to understand is that when you become enlightened, you stop making new karma. The third point you have to understand is that once you successfully made new karma zero, but old karma is there, you have to clear the old karma. And you will be ready for it. You will be happy for doing it. So you will undergo suffering happily. When you are clearing your karma backlog, you are suffering, but you are suffering happily. So there is no more suffering for you. It may be pain in the body, but it is no suffering of the soul. When you are clearing your bad karma, negative karma, after you become enlightened. And the third phase is that when you have cleared all of your backlog, that's a huge release. That is called liberation. That is called as mukti, jivan mukti. So Meditation is the way for enlightenment. Enlightenment is the way for liberation. When you finally clear all your past karma from coming from so many lifetimes, then you are liberated. From what? From your own negative karma that you have done yourself. You have successfully cleared all your karma. You are a free bird. Then you can roam the whole creation wherever you want. You can go to any dimension. You can go to any kingdom, plant kingdom or mineral kingdom or animal kingdom or human kingdom or nature kingdom, whatever you want, you can do. Then that is the final phase. You are free to do whatever you want to do. You are free to create whatever you want to create. That is the final stage. So, my dear friends, today is the enlightenment session. Every Tuesday is for enlightenment session, where we re-understand enlightenment, where we redefine enlightenment, where we re-approach enlightenment with the help of so many enlightened masters around you. This Tuesday morning is a gathering of enlightened masters. We exchange our mutual notes on the enlightenment. That is the purpose of this Tuesday morning, India time, morning India time, in America, late night time, but a common time for everybody to exchange notes on enlightenment. What happens before enlightenment? What happens during enlightenment? What happens after enlightenment? Thank you very much, Shaila Alvi.
थैंक यू पत्री जी। पत्री जी, जो मुझे समझ में एक चीज जो क्लैरिटी आ रही है, आपने कहा कि सबसे पहले हम वन विद कॉन्शियसनेस होते हैं एंड देन वी गेट एनलाइटन, और जब हम एनलाइटन होते हैं तो हम अपने पास्ट कर्मा को डिसॉल्व करने के लिए शुरू होते हैं, और उसमें बाज़ औक़ात सफरिंग्स भी होती हैं। तो हम ये जो सो एक ये बहुत बड़ी मिसकॉन्सेप्शन है कि जब एनलाइटन हो जाते हैं तो फिर सब कुछ ठीक हो जाता है एक्चुअली, यू नो, फिर कोई सफरिंग नहीं होती या कोई पेन नहीं होता या कोई तकलीफ नहीं होती, बट दैट्स नॉट ट्रू। तकलीफ होती है लेकिन हमारी सोल हैप्पी होती है। हम उस चीज से गुजरते हैं जो हमने गुजरना होता है, मगर हमारी सोल हैप्पी होती है। और फिर इस तरह जो है हमारा कर्मा जब क्लियर होता है तो हम नया कर्मा नहीं बनाते, पुरानों को क्लीन करते हैं और फिर हम लिबरेट कर जाते हैं और फ्री हो जाते हैं कि हम किसी भी डायमेंशन में जा सकें। whatever we can do, wherever we go, it just becomes easier and simpler, and we are not belong to one dimension, which will become one with the universe and lighter, and our soul becomes lighter and lighter and lighter. This is something I have understood.
Absolutely so. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So this is what everybody should understand. Then everybody is happy.
Yeah.
See, when you understand things, you are happy. When you don't understand properly, you are still in confusion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you must understand clearly. You must question clearly. Then you get a clear answer. If your question is not clear, you won't get a clear answer.
Yeah.
If your question is a confused question, the answer is also confused.
Yes.
But if your question is a clear question, the answer is always clear. Like simple mathematics, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.
Yes.
Nothing other than 4.
Yes.
2 plus 2 is always 4. In any time, in any space, any situation.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Truth is as simple as that. So once you have truth with you, you are out of all confusions. You are with crystal clarity. You see a crystal, how beautiful a crystal is. You can see through it.
Yes.
So we arrive at that kind of crystal clarity, where we see through everything. every issue, every event, we see through it and we arrive at truth everywhere. We see truth everywhere. We become crystal clear through enlightenment. Before enlightenment, we are not crystal clear. We are like a stone, ordinary stone. It is not transparent. It is not transparent. A crystal is a stone with total transparency. You can see through it. Before enlightenment, you can't see through any event or any person or yourself also. You can't see yourself properly. You misunderstand yourself. You misdirect yourself. You misunderstand others. You misdirect others. Everything is a hopeless situation, mess. Because you don't understand anything. And you are keeping on directing everybody else without your understanding. But after enlightenment, the whole mess is clear. Because you have become crystal clear. You understand yourself, you understand everybody else. So you don't misguide others. You don't misguide yourself. Perfect guidance comes once you become enlightened. You guide yourself perfectly. You guide your others also perfectly, your neighbors, your family members. You become a source of fusion for everybody, not confusion. In your presence, everybody becomes one. That is called a fusion. Because you are having a crystal clarity about yourself. So you will be a source of fusion. So when I became enlightened 40 years back, I became a center for fusion for everybody. People began to come together in my presence. That happens in the presence of any master, any enlightened person. Every enlightened person. People around themselves, people around such enlightened people, they become one. Fusion happens. Confusion, when confusion is gone, fusion happens. Before enlightenment, everywhere there is confusion. What to do, what not to do. What to speak, what not to speak. We don't know. What to eat, what not to eat, we don't know. Why to eat, why to live, why not to live, also we don't know. Nothing we know. People commit suicide because they don't want to live. Why they want to end their life? Because they're totally confused. They commit suicide. They hang themselves from the fan. They jump. 3rd floor, 4th floor. They want to end their lives because they're totally confused. They have misunderstood their lives. They have misguided themselves. So when you take a life of other fellow or when you take your own life, it's equal crime.
Yes.
You can't take anybody's life, including your own life. You will have to pay for it. That's how you create bad karma, negative karma for subsequent lifetimes. You have murdered yourself, so you have to pay for it. When will you pay for it? In the next lifetime, you will pay for it. See, when you have murdered yourself, you have to pay for yourself. Because you have got no right to kill your body. Your body is not your body. Your body is a nature's gift. Nature's gift to nature. So you can't interfere with the nature's gift to nature. So every suicide is a great negative bad karma, which you have to clear. How many lifetimes you must have committed suicide? And also how many lifetimes you must have committed murders? Murders of animals, murders of birds, murders of human beings. So you have to pay for it. You can't even cut a tree without praying for the nature. Because the tree wants to live. For a higher, better good, you can cut a tree because you have to lay a road, but not otherwise. The tree wants to live. So, my dear friends, remember that karma always exists. It always exists. Good karma and bad karma always exist. Either you are a victim of bad karma or you are a victor because of your good karma. When you do indulge in bad karma, like Hitler, like Mussolini, okay, they have created such huge bad karma, murdering millions of people. Hitler. So how much karma he must have made, and how many lifetimes it takes for him to clear that? Just imagine how many lifetimes it will take for him to clear all the backlog. Who asked him to do that? So in the Earth planet, everybody has got free will. You can do whatever you want. You can help others or you can kill others. But you have to pay. Consequences are there. You are free to do whatever you want to do, but the consequences are always there. That's what law of karma says. Say you can do whatever you want. You can be a Hitler or you can be a Gandhi. Or you can be a Jinnah. You can be a Jesus. But there are always consequences which you have to face in the subsequent lifetimes. That is the law of karma. As you sow, so you reap. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I just want to take it further. So there are a lot of people, we ask them to come for meditation or, cleaning up their karma in different ways, but people deny it. They just resist it. Is it something that they are possibly suffering from the past karma? And
of course so. Of course so.
Okay.
Of course so. When they are suffering from past karma, where they are under the shadow of past karma, they can't come to meditation so very easily as you have done. People who have dissolved their past karma reasonably amount, they come easily to meditation. Otherwise, they don't come to meditation at all. They can't come. Don't think that everybody can come to meditation. No way. No. Only those people who are reasonably concluded clearing past karma in past lifetime, they come. Don't expect everybody to become like Dr. Sheila Alvi. But some people are definitely waiting for you to be helped by you. Even if you help one person, then your life is successful. Not all are fit for meditation. But whoever is unfit for meditation today may become fit tomorrow or the day after the end of the lifetime. We don't know how fast they are clearing their bad karma. We don't know. Anything can happen anywhere, anytime. So we keep our fingers crossed and wait for the best, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yes, Baba.
Sir, like some people are born, some children are born and their parents have been taken away or their mother dies away. And a lot of time people say, this is not right, this is not fair with the kid, and
everything is their own past karma, Baba.
Yeah.
If I murdered you in this lifetime, next lifetime you will come and murder me, or somebody else will come and murder me. It is essential for enlightenment to understand that there are past lives. When you don't understand that point, it is very difficult for you to come into meditation and enlightenment. But if you are fair enough, with a lot of common sense, with scientific spirit, we'll always come to that point of reincarnation. Only such people can come into meditation. Otherwise, they don't come. Yes, Baba.
So if I'm understanding it correctly, and for people, Bakul has raised his hand also for something to ask, suppose I had a very bad karma in my past life, and I've come in this life and I'm struggling, but I do have a chance to clear my karma by doing good stuff. Maybe,
of course so.
So even if I've murdered somebody, if I, push myself to do something good and be on the path, if not complete enlightenment, then possibly my next karma is going to be better and better and better. So every lifetime we have a chance to improvise, and we
Yes,
also
yes.
we choose, or otherwise we can just living the past karma and not doing anything and dying and then coming back and just the wheel will be reinvented automatically in many lifetimes.
Yes, Baba. Your bad karma is offset by your good karma.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in whatever situation you are, you help others, that's all. You begin a new cycle of good karma, which will offset your bad karma and will make you go towards meditation and enlightenment very easily. It is your good karma which offsets bad karma.
Bakul has raised his hand. Bakul, could you just please ask? I can switch on your video and your unmute yourself. Bakul, are you there? So maybe we can move to, oh yeah, Bakul. No, Bakul is not here. So maybe we can move to Raj. Raj, you've also raised your hand. Yes. Can you please introduce yourself as well?
Good morning, Patriji. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, Baba.
I'm Raj from Bhubaneswar. Sir, very pleased to talk to you again. I talked to you first time in JTTP 12, sir. And
yes.
I am eagerly waiting to serve you aloo parantha. You just remember when you will visit Bhubaneswar, you are going to have aloo parantha with me, sir.
Yes, I want my aloo paratha.
Yes, sir. Sir, today I have a little doubt, sir, that whether bad karma can be resolved by just seeking pardon to the souls we have done some wrong in the past. Just seeking sorry.
No. You have to do good karma to others.
Ji.
You have to actively give aloo paratha to everybody.
Yes, sir. So only just seeking sorry or feeling bad, feeling just saying that
words do not help at all. Deeds help. Deeds.
Okay, sir.
Bad deeds are offset by good deeds.
Ji.
Bad deeds are not offset by good words. Sorry, yes. Yaar. You just want to say sorry and get rid of karma? No way.
Ji. Yes, sir.
You must give aloo paratha to everybody in Bhubaneswar.
Ji, sir.
Especially those who are hungry for food.
Yes, sir.
Not people who are overeating. Don't give aloo paratha to such people. That is not a good deed. That's a bad deed. But those people who are hungry, waiting for food, you give them aloo paratha.
Yes, sir.
That's a good deed. Just saying sorry and getting rid of bad karma? No. How can such idea come to you?
Just there was some doubts are in my mind that somebody are telling that हम उनसे माफी मांग लेते हैं, उनसे वो कर लेते हैं, so that वो माफ कर देंगे हमें and then.
Oh, बिल्कुल गलत है बाबा.
जी, yes sir.
Bad deeds are offset by good deeds, not by good words, not by good intentions.
Yes, sir.
You must perform. You see, if I say a bad word to somebody, that is not bad karma at all. If I harm somebody physically, that is bad karma. Yes. So, if I harm somebody physically, then I must help physically others. That's why you have got a physical body.
Yes.
When you are harmed physically, मैं आपको किसी को गधा कहता हूँ, बैड कर्मा नहीं है.
जी.
मैं आपको गाली देता हूँ, आपके पास खोपड़ी नहीं है, तो वो बैड कर्मा नहीं है.
जी.
But when I come and break your hand, that is bad karma. When I put you in a jail, then that is bad karma, because I'm stopping your movement, physical movements. So, bad karma is offset by good karma. You must help others physically. Understand, Baba?
I understood rightly, sir. Thank you, Patri sir. Thank you so much.
Patri sir, there are so many
So
people who
don't-
are. Sorry.
Don't give aloo paratha to me. Give aloo paratha to a beggar.
Ji sir.
I can have aloo paratha always. No problem
Ah,
for
sir.
me.
But
If you give aloo paratha to me, it is not a good deed.
next time, you promised me, sir, that you will have aloo parantha with me, sir. So
You give aloo paratha to a person who is beggar and who is hungry for food.
yes, sir, of course.
You give aloo paratha to a dog, she will be very happy.
Sir, my dog, sir, always soldier. Sir.
You give aloo paratha to that dog.
I have my family, sir.
Very, very good family.
Sir. Nice talking to
Thank
you,
you,
sir,
sir.
again. Yes, sir.
So before we move to Mahesh and Bakul, sir, I want one clarity that there are a lot of people and we meet and who are really nice and soft and kind, but they never come for meditation. No matter how much you ask them, they just can't come to, and they have either they can't get up from the sleep, or find it difficult, or they have questions and doubts. So what is that, sir? I mean,
Be compassionate to them.
Hmm.
Let them, give them their own time to come back to you. Meanwhile, you tackle others who are ready for you. If nobody is ready for you, just you do your meditation. That's all. Who cares? Yes, Baba.
Yes, Mahesh, would you like to unmute yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, masters. Good morning, Patriji sir.
Yes, Baba.
Master, my name is Mahesh. I am calling from Bengaluru. Now I am aged 28, master. Master, I did so many pujas. Okay, I did so many upvasa, and I did so many vratas. Okay, I am searching so many God and gurus. I didn't get anything, man, sir. But when I saw you and pyramid, okay, my soul is very happy. Now my soul is dancing now. Okay, I got dhyana. I get everything.
Bharatanatyam or Michael Jackson?
Yes, master. Yes, master. See, master. Okay, once you get dhyana, okay, I got whole world, master. Okay, whole world is with me only. I don't have any questions now, because you told you do dhyana, you get everything in dhyana only. Buddha said like this, and Swami Vivekananda said like this only. Dhyana is everything. Dhyana gives all the answer to you. Don't ask any questions to anyone. It's a big lesson from your side, Patriji sir. One day, it's my promise to Patriji sir. One day I will shake the world.
Wow, 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 wow.
In dhyana is give everything, master. All Brahmanda with you only. Search, tune your inner media. It's a bigger lesson I learned from your side. I very grateful, very thankful to you, man. As a guru, as a guider, as a god, whatever thing, it's a I didn't say anything, master. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Wow. Thank you, Baba. Thank you for calling from all the way from Bangalore.
Thank you.
Would you like to switch on your video? Yes, please.
Yeah, Namaskar, sir. Sir, how I will realize when enlightenment?
Where are you from? First of all, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Ravi Kumar from Mysore.
From?
From Mysore, Karnataka.
From Mysore. Okay.
Please ask your
Yes.
question.
Carry on.
I'm regular meditator. Last 10 days, I'm joined Sayan Dagaji programs. Now I'm practice regularly.
Okay.
How we realize I'm enlightened? How to
You
know
do
that
100
I'm
days of
enlightened?
meditation, not 10 days.
Okay, I'm regularly practicing in future.
Under 90 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Then you come before me, not before that.
Okay, sir.
Just
Sure, sure.
because you want to come before me, my goodness, how dare you do that? You come to me only
Okay.
after 100 days of meditation.
Because
show
of
me
your
your face.
blessings. Because
Don't
of
show
your
me your
blessings.
face. No blessings for you.
Hmm.
Don't show me your face before 100 days. Okay?
Okay, sir. I got an opportunity to talk to you. Thank you.
Yes, Baba. Yes, Shailaji.
Sir, one of your videos, YouTube, I had seen this video where you talked about your ease like experiment, experience,
Yes,
expression, enlightenment, evolution. Would you like
yes.
to tell us about it here as well?
Yes, everything becomes beginning with experiment. We don't know what to do, what not to do, but we have to experiment. We go this way, we go that way, we go that way, and find out which is suitable for us. That is called an experiment. That is called a science. See, truth begins with scientific temper. You know what is scientific temper? Experimentation. Not belief, not blind belief. You experiment. If somebody said that you go this way, you go that way and check out what is there. Okay. Then you come back and say, hey, I went there, but I didn't find that place proper. So you have experimented. Then that will say, okay, go this way, alternate way. You go the alternate way. This is called experimentation. That is called a scientific temper. You check out every fact. You check out every guidance practically. When you do experimentation, then experience will happen. Okay, this way is not good, this way is good. Okay, I give you an experiment. If you are eating meat, don't eat meat for the next 40 days and tell me what is happening. Then you must not eat meat for the next 40 days and then come back and tell me, no, I missed my meat. Okay, then go for meat again. I don't like eating tomatoes and potatoes. I want only my chickens and muttons. Okay, do that. But after 40 days, if you come back, they say, I like my potatoes and tomatoes now. I don't want chicken and mutton. Then change your habit. So that is an experience. I don't want to do meditation, somebody says. Okay, experiment as meditation. Yeah. आप चुप के बैठिए, आप आंखें बंद करके बैठिए, देखेंगे क्या होगा. Why don't you experiment? What prevents you from experimentation? Don't you have scientific temper? So those who have scientific temper always go for experimentation. And those who go for experimentation will have experiences. This way or that way, whichever way. But you first of all experience it. So from experiment comes experience. Okay, from experience comes enlightenment. Oh, I don't want to eat meat. I don't want to eat chicken. I want to have a pyramid. Pyramid energy is there. That good book, Quran is a very good book. I have to read that book. You ask me to read Quran. I have read Quran. That's a very good book. I like that book. That is your experience. From good things, from good experience comes enlightenment. Experiment, experience, enlightenment. Okay. When the enlightenment happens, enjoyment happens. I like to listen to Bismillah Khan music. I like to hear Pandit Ravi Shankar's music, sitar. I like to listen to Muhammad Rafi, Lata Mangeshkar, singing. Enjoyment. When you do good things, when you have light on yourself, then you have enjoyment. With enjoyment, you have got evolution. So all this E concept is there, Baba. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Patriji. I find it so enlightening and liberating every time hearing it and then now in live listening from you. And I hope with everybody who have not seen the video and who have seen must have been enjoying it again. There are people who have raised their hands. Bakul, are you ready now? But you have to unmute yourself, please. No, unfortunately we can't hear you. So we move to Manjunath. Manjunath, can you please introduce yourself, unmute yourself?
Namaskar, Patriji sir.
Yes, Baba.
My name is Manjunath from Bellary.
Ballari.
Yes, sir.
I am in Ballari.
It's
Right now I am in Ballari.
It's a coincidence, I think.
Proceed.
About 35 years back, as you said, I was experimenting on the yoga. I was very much influenced by the Rajneesh yoga. With my friends, we used to do some experiments, like swinging our bodies from left to right, right to left, and we were observing. Earth is moving, but we are not moving. We are souls. Soul is not to be moved. And another experiment, we used to pretend as if we are dead, and we are swinging our own body. That was our experiments, and we were very much too much intoxicated with the pleasure that when we used to go to our house, we were swinging in the roads, and there was a bar by the side of that experimenting place. People were coming, swaying also. They were also drunk with their own liquor. We were drunk with our own spiritual liquor, sir. That is my experience. I want to tell you, sir.
Yes, Rajneesh was a master of experimentation. He gives a different experiment to everybody. He gives 108 methods of meditation. He calls everything as meditation. And everything is experimentation. That's why he was such a hugely enlightened person. He gave maximum enlightenment to the maximum people on this earth planet. Osho Rajneesh. Thank you very much for remembering him and bringing him today in our midst. A master of enlightenment.
Thank you, sir.
What do you do, Swamiji?
I am a retired businessman.
What do you have to do after retirement?
Just doing meditation and spreading the meditation.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
Next time, sir.
Next time, please ask me a question.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bellary Master.
Patriji, before we
Shailaji, I am right now in Bellary,
yes,
which is about 350 kilometers away from Bangalore.
okay, so you traveled here.
Yes, I am traveling now.
Oh wow, that's great. I am going to come to India soon. I'm going to travel with you.
Then come to Bellary. All our masters want to see you.
I will. I will come to Bellary. I'll go wherever you're going.
Yeah, give a big clap to Shaila Alvi.
Thank you.
Yes, Baba.
Sir, would you like to also enlighten us with because this is, I think, a very common misconception about connection and attachment. People mix it all the time, and I think attachment is the suffering, and how differentiated between connection and attachment between human beings and other non-living human beings, living other than human living beings.
It's a very good question.
Yes.
You have to get connected to everybody, but not attach it to anybody, including your wife or husband, including your children. You might have given birth to a person, but you must not attach it to it. Connection you must always maintain. The other fellow also wants connection, but no attachment to anybody. Attachment brings you suffering. Connection doesn't bring you suffering. This is a very good question. We are here to be connected to everybody. I am here to be connected to Dr. Sheila Alvi, Abid Ali. But I'm not attached to you. My daughter is speaking from the other side, but I'm not attached to my daughter. But I'm connected. If you don't want my connection, then I am not connected to you. I respect your desire of not getting connected to me. If you want to move away from me, I will also move away from you. If you want to move towards me, I will also move towards you. If you want my connection, I will maintain my connection. If you don't want my connection, I won't bother about your connection. But even if I am connected to you very much, I am not attached to you. I can't be attached to anybody.
So attachment, so if I make it a physical picture of it, attachment is like one-sided. Like somebody gets stuck to the other, forcibly, and connection is
See.
a two-way
See.
thing. Two people are making an intention to stay connected.
I'll give you an example.
Yes, sir.
With an example, you can always understand.
Yes.
Suppose I am drinking alcohol. Okay, I daily drink. Suppose. And one day I don't get my drink. Then I am exasperated. I'm troubled. I want my drink. Then that's the attachment.
That's attachment.
If someday you don't get a drink, you forget about it. That is, you are not attached to the drink. You might have been drinking every day, but today you didn't get your drink, but you are not suffering. You said, okay, I don't want drink. So you are not attached to the drink.
Yeah.
But if you say, I want my drink, I want my drink, I want my alcohol, go and drink that bad brandy, whiskey. Otherwise, I'm dying here. Then you are attached to the alcohol. Get connected, but don't get attached to anything or any person or any event. That's a very good question. Difference between connection and attachment.
Thank you, Patriji.
We are enlightened because of you, ma'am.
No, sir, we are enlightened because of you. Yes, addiction is an attachment. I was just wondering, before I take up people to introduce themselves and ask, I was just wondering how many people from Pakistan are here. If they can also raise their hands, it would be nice.
Yes, please. That's what I want. Not anybody from India.
Oh.
I don't like Indians. Especially I don't like Ballari people.
So yeah, 6
Ballari people are hopeless people.
I know one person, so I know has been there. Iram Ali is here. Ahsan is here. And I hope Abid is also here. Yes. So Ahsan is saying hello from Pakistan. Thank you. Thank you, Ram, for being here. Sir, how would you like to go? You want me to take up? Abid Ali is also here.
Yes, I want Abid Ali.
Abid Ali, sir.
Abid Ali, 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 Abid Ali.
Hello, 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 hello.
Swamiji, sing a song first.
I knew
अच्छा,
that.
okay.
Please sing a
शुरू
song.
ही सॉन्ग से करें. चलें, ठीक है. अच्छा जी. इश्क में तेरे कोहे गम सर पे लिया जो हो सो हो. इश्क में तेरे कोहे गम सर पे लिया जो हो सो हो. इश्क में तेरे कोहे गम सर पे लिया जो हो सो हो. ऐशो निशाते जिंदगी छोड़ दिया जो हो सो हो इश्क में तेरे को है गम अक्ल के मदरसे से उठ इश्क के मैं कदे में आ जामे फनाओ बेखुदी अब तो किया जो हो सो हो इश्क में तेरे को है गम सर पे लिया जो हो सो हो थैंक यू सर
India like Pakistan.
जी सर कैसे हैं आप
Pakistan wins the match.
सर अभी इंडिया से आया कौन है अभी आप गाएंगे ना तो फिर देखते हैं कौन जीतता है
Swamiji, tell me about enlightenment. Today's topic is
About my
enlightenment.
Sir. Sir, enlightenment. आजकल I am also having this course with Pariji about abundance. And I think it was just the right time when I needed it, and I was kind of connecting with abundance in nature. सवाल था मेरा एक पत्री सर जो चल रहा था आजकल जहन में तो अब मौका मिला है बात करने का तो फिर मैं पूछ भी लेता हूँ there's a point that I come to every now and then the same point but clearly दिखता है मुझे कि where it feels like कि I have to take a leap, एक jump लगानी है and move forward, but I become so लगता है कि ये कदम उठाया तो everything is going to change, and there's a super change that is going to happen, and I feel so scared at that point कि पता नहीं if I'm not going to be the same person, maybe I'm not going to be there at all, my body is going to explode. The fear is so much. No relation is going to be there, nothing is going to be there. कि उस point से आगे मुझसे बढ़ा नहीं जाता है, and then I step back a little, and then after a few days I come back to the same point. It's interesting कि this particular point I'm really not able to understand कि ये क्या है and उस पार क्या है, उस पार ऐसा क्या है जिससे इतना खौफ आता है. तो ये एक कैफियत है जहन में. I think आंसर भी इसका ट्रायल एंड एरर से मिल ही जाएगा एक वक्त में. So yeah, it's a एक feeling, एक कैफियत आती है ऐसी every now and then. And these days I'm again sitting with it. When I'm at one moment I feel yes, the universe is so abundant and there's everywhere for everybody. But उसको embrace करना, it sometimes feels too much. Okay, how do I embrace all
Swamiji, search for truth is an adventure. It's not a venture. There are two words, venture and adventure. Venture is something you know the future, then you go into the future. Adventure is you don't know what is the future, but you enter the future. Okay. So venture is to meet a person who already whom you know. But adventure is a thing to meet a person whom you don't know at all. So that adventure and venture. Ventures will not give you enlightenment. Only adventure gives you enlightenment. You must face the unknown. Going through the known will not give you enlightenment. Because you know something, you don't have any fear. But when you don't know something, you have fear. You have to overcome that fear to become enlightened. Fear is the main element which is stopping you from enlightenment. Fear of going into a new situation. Fear of reading a new book. Okay, if I ask a Hindu to read Quran, he is fearful. If I ask a Muslim to read Bhagavad Gita, he is fearful because he is moving into unknown area. But unless you move into unknown area, you can't become enlightened. But when you go into unknown, you have to overcome your fears. Say, go and meet that person. You don't know that person. But you must go and meet that person. That is adventure. That is meeting the unknown. Then you will take a quantum jump into enlightenment. You must always be ready for the unknown. You must leave the known area to go into unknown area. Read new books, meet new people, go to new places, do some new things. You never touched a sitar, now you touch a sitar. You never sang earlier, now you sing something. That is adventure. Oh, I can sing. Oh, I can speak. Oh, I can write. I have never written. Now I want to write. I never went to my neighbor's house and asked him how he is. Just go into your neighbor's house. Just find out what they are doing. Adventure. Now, how can I go into my neighbor's house? I don't know them. So you don't want to enter their house. Then you want to improve. Adventure is always important. You must accustom yourself for new adventures. Going into unknown area always. I don't know who Abid Ali is, but I want to speak to Abid Ali. That is my enlightenment. That is my adventure. What Abid Ali speaks, thinks of me, he may be feeling very bad of me, he may curse me. I don't know whether he curses or he gives me thanks. Abid Ali is something new to me. I have never been to Pakistan. I don't know Abid Ali, but I want to know Abid Ali through Zoom. It is my adventure. But once I met Abid Ali, next time I meet Abid Ali at the venture. I know Abid Ali. He is a good singer. He is a good enlightened master. He is always a happy person. So I go to the next person. Then the next person I don't know. Then I talk to that person. Then adventure. That I have some leap in enlightenment. You are speaking to me is a great adventure, Baba. All our Bellary people are great adventurers. Give a big clap to our Bellary people.
Great to meet you.
Masters. Every baby is a great master here. Every lady, great master here. They always have adventures. They sit for 24 hours a day. A lady will come here. This lady sat for 25 hours. Come here in meditation. 25 hours.
25 hours straight.
So that's a experiment.
Wow.
That's an adventure. 25 hours she sat in meditation. When was that? How many days back?
Only 10 days back.
10 days back. She sat for 25 hours
Wow.
without getting up.
Oh my God.
What do you think of it?
It's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, sir.
Give me a kiss.
So sweet. Zabardast.
Kissing in front of everybody is an adventure.
Oh yes. It is.
Anybody else want to come and kiss me?
Thank you, sir, for giving opportunity.
This lady built a big pyramid in her house.
Wow.
What is the size of the pyramid? 21 by 20 in her house. She conducts meditation everywhere. A very great adventure master.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, come here, come here, come here. This lady sat for 36 hours. Meditation for 36 hours.
Wow. So glad to meet you.
Thank you, Baba. Yes, proceed.
बस सर मेरी तरफ से इतना ही.
Hello. So, shall Patriji, shall
हेलो,
we?
आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes, Abid, we can hear you.
हाँ जी, मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या? I think my
आ रही.
is a little unstable. ठीक है. तो बस सर इतना ही है मेरी तरफ से आज. मतलब और कुछ सवाल भी नहीं फिलहाल.
Thank you, Baba. आपका बहुत बहुत बधाई हो.
Sir, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here and connect with on this forum. बहुत शुक्रिया. तसल्ली हुई.
अबिद बहुत अच्छा गा रहे हैं, और एक गाना गाओ ना.
अच्छा.
पत्र मैडम के लिए जोरदार से तालियां बजाएंगे.
अच्छा जी, एक और गाना.
हाँ, एक और गाना.
एक और गाना चाहिए आपको. फरमाइश.
ठीक है. कुछ ना कहो, कुछ भी ना कहो, कुछ ना कहो, कुछ भी ना कहो, क्या कहना है, क्या सुनना है, मुझको पता है, तुमको पता है, समय का ये पल थम सा गया है, और इस पल में कोई नहीं है, बस एक मैं हूँ, बस एक तुम हो, कुछ ना कहो, कुछ भी ना कहो, कुछ ना कहो, कुछ भी ना कहो. थैंक यू.
वेरी नाइस. हमको अभी कुछ ना कहो बोल रहे हैं. बोल रहे हैं.
कभी कभार ना अल्फाज खत्म हो जाते हैं और अल्फाज की जरूरत भी नहीं रहती है.
करेक्ट.
मेरे उस्ताद हैं जो सिखाते हैं मुझे. वो कहते हैं ऐसे मौकों पे, वो कहते हैं कि अब लफ्जो बयां सब खत्म हुए, अब लफ्जो बयां का काम नहीं.
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
Thank you so much.
कभी कभी चुप रहना ही बयान, वो ही बयान करते हैं सब। Good.
Yes, Shweta madam.
Sir, I got this message. बलराज से गाना गाना है हमने. बलराज भी है यहाँ पर.
उनको बुलाइए.
बलराज आ जाइए, आपकी टर्न है. और सर हमारे पास सोबिया बहुत सारे हैं और पाकिस्तान से सोबिया का भी हाथ रेज्ड है.
बिल्कुल.
बलराज आप हैं?
सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम सलाम बाबा.
सर कैसे आप?
बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक.
आपको बहुत बहुत सलाम. आबिद अली आपको बहुत बहुत सलाम. और सर ने कहा था कोई पाकिस्तानी को बुलाया जाए, तो मैंने अपना कहा कि मैं भी तो पाकिस्तान से, मेरी रूट्स है, मेरे एंसेस्टर सब पाकिस्तान पे है, तो इसीलिए मैंने अपने हाथ रेस कर दिया.
अच्छा.
तो तो सुबह के 3:30 बजे सर यहाँ लंदन में, और आपने याद किया था, हमने कहा चलिए हम तैयार होके आ गए आपके पास फिर से.
3:30 बजे लंदन में.
Yes, 3:30 in the morning, early morning. Yes, it's almost touching 4 now. So
एक सॉन्ग हो जाए.
एक गाना
हो जाए. Okay. तू है वही दिल ने जिसे अपना कहा, तू है वहाँ मैं हूँ वहाँ, अब तो ये जीना तेरे संग है सदा. ओ मिल जाए जिस तरह दो लहरें, जिस तरह ओ मिल जाए जिस तरह दो लहरें, जिस तरह फिर हो ना जुदा, हाँ ये वादा रहा, ये वादा रहा. तू है वही दिल ने जिसे अपना कहा, तू है वहाँ मैं हूँ वहाँ, अब तो ये जीना तेरे संग है सदा. तो सर आप यहाँ हम वहाँ. जब आप बुलाते हैं सर हम चले आते हैं. कोई वक्त नहीं, कोई समय नहीं होता अपने दोस्त से मिलने का. ये दोस्त जो पूरी दुनिया का दोस्त है, इसको कोई शर्त नहीं रोक सकती, इसको कोई टाइम नहीं रोक सकता. ये ऐसे दोस्त है. He is the most wonderful human I have come across in my life. ऐसा दोस्त जिंदगी में बहुत खुश नसीबों को मिलता है. So I am so happy and so proud that I am his friend. मैं भी उनका दोस्त हूँ.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, all of you.
Thank you,
Shaila ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
For me, singing a song is a mark of enlightenment.
Yes. Very true.
Very true.
When you can sing a song, you can burst in enjoyment. That is enlightenment.
Very true.
Enjoyment is enlightenment. Enlightenment is enjoyment.
Yes. True.
But a person who is into singing is always into singing.
Yes. Thank you.
Shaila also sing very well.
No.
No.
It's not happening. Yeah.
Then Swarnamala also can sing.
Yeah, that's so many.
मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा कुछ गाने.
Let's bring our Pakistani friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
Baba, please.
Yes.
Sobia is here. Sobia, would you like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself? She's also from London right now.
Okay.
Namaskar, Patraji. Namaskar, everyone.
Yes, Baba.
बिल्कुल इधर अभी 4 ही बज रहे. मेरा एक्चुअली बस एक क्विक क्वेश्चन है. First, thank you again for singing, everyone. It's always so good to hear everyone early in the morning singing. मेरा क्वेश्चन, आई एम सॉरी अगर मैं ये आपने इसके बारे में पहले बोला हो और शायद मैंने सुना नहीं हो, बट आई वुड अगेन स्टिल आस्क यू दिस 2 क्वेश्चंस. एक है कि जो रोल ऑफ इंटेंशन होती है कि कुछ लोग जो अनइंटेंशनली किसी को हार्म करते हैं, तो उसका फिर कर्मा से क्या कनेक्शन होता है, और कुछ लोग जो अच्छी चीज करते हैं लेकिन उनकी नीयत अच्छी नहीं होती, तो उसका फिर भी कर्मा से क्या कनेक्शन है. एक तो ये क्वेश्चन. सेकंड क्वेश्चन ये कि ऐसे लोग फॉर एग्जांपल
One question by a time.
Okay, sorry.
If you put 3 questions, I will forget all the questions.
Yes, just one question.
What is the
I'll
first
ask
question?
the next one.
What is it?
Next question. Yeah, the role of intention with karma.
Okay, Baba. So intention is the most important thing. Intention is the seed for karma. Okay. If your intention is good, you might have done still harm to others. That won't come as karma. When your intention is wrong, then the karma happens. See,
Okay.
I am driving a car. Okay. But some dog comes in between, running. Then I overran the dog. The dog got killed. Am I a murderer?
No.
No. It is not my intention to kill the dog. But I can't put a brake. Even if I put a brake, the dog got killed. But my intention is not to kill the dog. So that is not karma. But if a dog is there, I am driving on the dog. That is intention. Then you are a culprit. So bad karma begins with intention. That is the first answer for your question. Second question?
Second question is different. Those people who are intellectually not sound, मतलब उनको कोई developmentally they're not sound, what is the role of karma in their lives? They also lead lives. They sometimes, again, I think you're right कि उनकी भी intentions नहीं होती है, तो फिर उनकी जिंदगी karma के साथ कैसे connected है, क्योंकि वो तो intellectually are not sound.
Those people who must have done a lot of bad karma in past lifetimes, they become mentally handicapped person this lifetime. My father was like that. My aunts were like that. They were always had schizophrenia. I never saw my father as a proper person. He had to pay for his previous lifetimes negative deeds. When I saw my father's past lifetimes, he was a hunter. He was catching birds and removing all the feathers, literally giving lot of suffering to all the birds. So he had to pay back as a mental patient, a mentally handicapped. He cannot think properly. His brain has got damage. So he was paying for his past lifetimes.
So now how can he undo it?
You cannot undo, I cannot undo, Baba. He has to undo it by the next lifetime.
Okay.
My father was like that. All my aunts were like that. This is a game played in many lifetimes. It's not one lifetime question. It's not a one lifetime affair, Baba. When I saw my father's past lifetime, I saw all these things. So we were always troubled by our father, but not intention, because he was a mad person. He was beating my mom, and we had to protect our mom. He always gets wild about my mom. So always me or my brother, somebody used to be at home to protect my mom. But it is not intentional. His brain is cracker. So he has not done any bad karma in this lifetime. He was only spending his time for whatever he has done in the past lifetime. He's clearing that karma by living out this life. But next time when he comes around, he'll be a great person. But I know that my father is a great person. He has got very, very pure intentions always. Thank you very much for your very, very intelligent questions, Baba.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You tell us more about yourself, how you came into enlightenment.
Pataji, it was because I have a long association with Dr. Shaila. We work in the same field. So she introduced me to you and all the other masters. So my journey of enlightenment, I think, started way before. I, as a child, I think I used to always feel odd one. I could not fit in easily with everyone. And I had a lot of questions because I had experienced hurts from my childhood, and I used to raise a question why this happens when I used to witness pains around me. And that led me to question, it started with justice, that why injustice happens. And I don't know how I ended up being in a field which is about mental health, healing. I never even thought that I'll enter this field. I was entering a very different field, economics, but I think my fate was that I had to come in this field. And this is how I then, when I used to sit with people, hear them and reflect. Yes, this is how I evolved and I grew. And then I think mera ye bhi tha ke this enlightenment process is, I think still I have a long way to go. However, there's so many lessons I've learned, and it is that if a person reflects, because I think this is one thing which I always had from my childhood, of reflecting and questioning. That really helped me to unlock a lot of questions, because some of the answers used to come from within, some of the answers which people used to provide me. So yes, I'm still on a journey, and it's beautiful to experience other people's perspectives, and because it really broadens my mind, I cannot be more thankful to interact with you and everyone.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you so much.
Enlightenment depends upon the lessons that you learn.
Yeah.
Everybody has got huge number of lessons to learn. There are lessons to learn as a male. There are lessons to learn as a female. There are lessons to learn as a poor person. There are lessons to learn as a rich person. There are lessons to learn from being unpad, gaon ka. There are lessons to learn from Nagarik, Padalika. So there are lessons to be learned from insults. There are lessons to be learned from praises.
Indeed.
There are lessons to be learned from birth. There are lessons to be learned from death. Everywhere there are lessons. The more number of lessons you learn, the more enlightened you are. So life is full of lessons for everybody. Life gives you opportunities to learn lessons, all the lessons, from all the events, from all the persons, all the situations. Every situation, every event, every person provides you a lesson. Supposing somebody is drinking and he is spoiling his liver, so you learn the lesson. So if you drink also, you also spoil your liver.
Yeah.
Somebody has done a murder and gone to jail for 13 years. So you learn a lesson from that fellow. If you murder, you will also go to 13 years jail. If somebody has done meditation and you have opened the third eye, I also learn a lesson. If you do meditation, you will open your third eye. We learn lessons from other people. We learn lessons from our own life. When you read Jalaluddin Rumi, you learn many lessons.
Yeah.
Have you read Jalaluddin Rumi?
Yes, I have. I really like him.
Ah.
I haven't read extensively, but I've read many of his quotations, and they're beautiful.
When you listen to Kabir, you learn so many lessons.
एक तो बोलो ना.
Sorry?
एक बोलो from Rumi.
Rumi का quotation?
Yeah.
मेरा थोड़ा सा मसला ये याद रहने का. मैं जब पढ़ती हूँ तो उसको बड़ा अच्छा महसूस करती हूँ, फिर मुझे याद नहीं रहता quotations. I have a problem remembering quotations, but I have come across, मतलब Rumi को मैंने
I'll
quotations
tell you a quotation from Jalaluddin Rumi.
Okay.
I was born as a stone. Then I died as a stone. Then I was reborn as a plant. Then I died as a plant. I was reborn as an animal. Okay. Then I died and I reborn as a man. When I die as a man, I may go to a divine thing. I don't know. This is the essence of Jalaluddin Rumi.
Wow.
There's the most famous quotation from Jalaluddin Rumi.
Right.
Such a great Sufi master. So we learn from everybody, everybody's experience. Now, why don't you sing now something?
Fatehji, I actually, when I heard my recording, I used to think that I'm a good singer, but when I heard, I did not like my voice. और ऊपर से I also have a bad throat, so I don't want to really. I mean, इतनी अच्छी singing अभी हुई है.
Don't worry about your bad throat. We want your bad throat. Chalo.
I don't know. Actually, I'm so bad at remembering songs also. So inshallah next time. I'll definitely do it next time.
You have to sing that song.
Come on,
Okay.
Sophia. Your life is very good.
Suggest me a song then.
वही गा लो जो पिछली दफा गाया था नाजिया का. दिल की
अच्छा नादिया का. चले दिल की. चले. Then you have to wait because मैं वही आपकी जो मेरी lyrics का problem है. Okay. एक minute. दिल की लगी कुछ और भी दिल को दीवाना करे. दिल की लगी कुछ और भी दिल को दीवाना करे. मेरी इल्तिजा है खुदा से दुआ है दो दिल जुदा ना करे. हो दिल की लगी कुछ और भी दिल को दीवाना करे. दीवाने चुप कैसे रहे आओ दुनिया से ये कहें, जिसे हमसे मिलना गवारा नहीं है, हमसे मिलाना करे। हो दिल की लगी कुछ और भी, दिल को दीवाना करे। Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shweta ji.
Thank you so much.
I want Shreyas Daga. Please unmute him.
Shreya Jaga, please unmute.
Shreyas Daga.
I'm not sure.
Yes, sir.
आपके लिए जोरदार से तालियां, बरदारी से.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So it's
We
lovely
want
to
to
hear
know-
all the Pakistani masters. So good. Really nice to hear them. And especially their singing. Lovely.
Thank you.
Shreyas, why don't you sing?
I know. Even I wanted to ask that.
Sir, I've never sang before, so I can't sing.
So now is the experimentation for you.
Okay, sir. So let me give me 30 seconds. Let me join from my laptop. So in the meantime, take one more sharing and I'll join from my laptop.
Yeah, meanwhile, we'll give you some time. You choose your song and come back.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Shweta ji, you take them by somebody else.
Yeah, there's so many hands are raised. So I ask Anu. if
Yes,
you-
Anu.
Hello. Hi. I'm audible?
Yes, Baba.
I never expect I'll get this chance. Thank you, Patriji. I'm Anu from Kerala, not from Pakistan. So I just wanted to tell about so many experiences I had. First of all, this is like an adventure to me. Mostly my sir told me, Pyramid Master told me that go and meet Patriji in Enlightenment Hour. I used to be told a lot, but today I thought like I'll take up a grand move towards it. I joined meditation last November, and I got so many third eye visions in meditation. Actually, first after within 1 month of my meditation, I could see Sri Paramahamsa Yogananda ji in meditation, and it was not like he's wearing that too. He was in his in England in dining table in royal coat, having his food, but I didn't see him wearing that normal dressing like where he was wearing a same color dress. He was wearing a white color blazer with a red color tie. I got so shocked after seeing him. I got out of my meditation. I'm like, so excitement. Then I was then after that, I was like, what is this happening to me? I've seen a lot of times his guru, Sri Yukteswar Giriji, a lot of times in my meditation. And once in my astral travel, I met a guru who was wearing a red colored dress in a very traditional guru dress. Then I asked Guruji, aap kaun hai? Then I got that, then his face changed to this guru's face, Sri Yukteswar Giri's form. Most of the time in meditation, I see Yukteswar Giri Guru talking to someone. In a banyan tree is there, very banyan trees. At the bottom, two people are sitting, but I cannot hear their audio. Only their video is visible. And I've seen Larry Mashaya, and I asked him, will you guide me? And that is like very happy moment for me. Actually, earlier I used to fear a lot of things. Today is like first time I'm coming and talking to you, Patrij. I don't know, I used to fear a lot. But today I'm taking the first step of adventure, meeting you, talking to you, and I'm feeling very happy. And yesterday I had two visions, sir. Like Sri Yukteswar Giriji ka new book is being released. And one more vision I had, Earth planet is rotating, and one thing, some celestial body is coming and about to hit the Earth. Just by miss, it got deflected, and then Earth is forgetting its revolution plan. So that was like very shocking for me in meditation. And I have seen people from another planet as well. As from other planet as well, I have seen people talking to me. Then they were like about to start a war kind of thing. So, and all this vision I had in my meditation was like very different feeling altogether.
Very good. Congratulations for all your third day experiences.
Thank you, sir.
Any question?
Question. I had questions, but now I don't have questions. All my questions are getting answered by itself. When I have questions, I'll come and talk to you, sir. I just wanted to tell all my experience to you, but in person, not in front of so many people. I'm taking up some courage to tell all these things. I feel very happy now. I don't.
When you have a third eye, you put your questions to your own third eye. The third eye will show everything.
Yes.
So you cannot come to me again when you have a third eye.
Okay.
Thank you very much from all the way from Kerala.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure. And thanks to all the people.
Thank you.
Kerala, God's own country. We give a big clap to Kerala.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, friends, if you are ready. Shreyans is our greatest master. Greatest master from India, from Mumbai.
Okay, sir, I'll sing.
Wow.
ये जो मोहब्बत है ये उनका है काम, महबूब का जो बस लेते हुए नाम, मर जाए मिट जाए हो जाए बदनाम, रहने दो छोड़ो भी जाने दो यार, हम ना करेंगे प्यार, रहने दो छोड़ो भी जाने दो यार, हम ना करेंगे प्यार। टूटे अगर सागर नया सागर कोई ले ले, मेरे खुदा दिल से कोई किसी की ना खेले। टूटे अगर सागर नया सागर कोई ले ले, मेरे खुदा दिल से कोई किसी के ना खेले। दिल टूट जाए तो हो जाए अनजान, दिल टूट जाए
तो क्या है अंजाम,
रहने दो छोड़ो भी जाने दो यार, हम
ना करेंगे प्यार।
अरे करो ना प्यार।
सर अभी इंडियन से नहीं करेंगे सर, अभी पाकिस्तानी से ही करेंगे।
थैंक यू श्रेयस। श्रेयस के लिए जोरदार से तालियां बजाएंगे।
इंडियन से बोर हो गए ना।
Adventure.
Adventure, yeah, right, Shaila.
We want your definition of enlightenment.
Sir, I feel enlightenment is a journey, it's not a destination. And today only I read one quote of Thin in chat that is enlightenment is when a wave realizes it's an ocean. So once you realize that your truest potential, your highest potential, and lose the separation, the root of all false belief is a belief in separation. And once we lose the separation, when we experience that pure oneness, and have the and everything, when you see from that perspective, from that view that we are all one, I feel it is. I don't have a specific definition of enlightenment, but of course that is an enlightened perspective or enlightened view.
Swamiji, what is your message for the whole world?
So my message is meditation is such a great tool. I mean, it has been given by so many masters, and now so much by Brahmarshi Patriji. So I mean, meditation is not just for meditation. It is whatever you're doing. If you're a singer, if you're a businessman, if you're whatever you're doing, you'll do it better. And it is the best tool for your inner transformation. And the beauty is when you transform and things change inside you, things change around you. So, and whatever we do in our life, we do it for an emotional payoff. If I do this, I'll be happy. If I get a new house, I'll be happy. If I have a good relationship, I'll be happy. And the end result of any experience is the emotion, and that is the ultimate emotion we are seeking is happiness or a fulfillment or a satisfaction. And meditation is the best tool to get that emotion, to get that emotional payoff, because just by closing our eyes and connecting to our inner source, you connect to your ultimate resource, to our inner sanctuary, or to the treasure within. We connect to the treasure within, and we don't need to search that happiness outside. We find that happiness, the true fulfillment or joy and satisfaction within. And what you feel about is what you bring about in your life. And when you feel that feeling, when you connect to that feeling, as per the law of attraction, then everything around you transforms magically. Everything around you transforms very effortlessly. And that's how you draw new experiences, synchronicities, or serendipities into your life. So I think meditation is the great tool, and I feel that is the best gift we can give to ourselves. It is an act of self-love, and it is the best gift we can give to ourselves and to others. So yes, let's share. Let's do meditation and share with more and more people.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, sir.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद स्वामी जी, आप आए इधर.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure. Always so much to learn, always from you, sir. I love the venture and adventure. It was amazing, sir.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes. Today you sang, that was a great adventure one. Today I made you sing. That is my adventure.
Yes, sir.
I want Pari there.
Please don't ask me to sing.
Then you have to sing.
I will sing when Sheila sings. We both will sing together next time, next enlightenment hour.
No, she sings very well. Don't underestimate her.
No, I am not underestimating her at all. That is why with her I'll have the strength. So that is why I want her with me.
She says
Pari
no,
ji,
but she
please
sings very well.
define enlightenment.
Okay.
Define enlightenment. Well, good morning, friends. Wonderful to see you again. Enlightenment for me is just being in the moment, living authentically, your true purpose, and knowing that as Shreyans mentioned with the code, knowing that you are a powerful co-creator, and also knowing that you are in this physical body and living this physical life, just having that sense, both the macrocosmic and the microcosmic at the same time in the present moment, is enlightenment for me.
In the scale of 0 to 100, where will you put yourself in enlightenment?
100. Always.
And speak something about your stupid dad.
Well, I wouldn't say him stupid, but I wouldn't describe as such, but he is a person who knows how to celebrate a failure and a success equally. He is a person who has shown me how to enjoy life, the enjoyment definition, starting from teaching me how to play cards, the bluff game, how to have my first beer, and how to meditate, all in the same spectrum. So there is no right or wrong. He is a person who has always lived what he spoke, what he teaches, and that's how I describe him. Is a person who enjoys and lives every moment to the fullest.
I want my beer. I want to go to Goa. Anyway, how would you describe your mom?
Describe my mom. She is a, I mean, okay, I'm going to reveal a secret. I call her polar bear because she loves being in the cold. She loves the Himalayas. She puts on AC and the fan together in India and sleeps in winter. But she is a person who knows to give and give and give, and has extreme patience, because that's something that is extremely required when somebody is living with my father. Extreme patience. And well, I saw her as a healer, I saw her as a giver, I saw her as a teacher, I saw her as a um the strict person who puts on boundaries no matter what. I think I've learned that from her, setting standards and how to create boundaries in life. So that is something that I describe of her.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baba.
And I would now like to invite Sagar and Chandra here to give their message.
Chandra ji, come out.
Yes, sir. So wonderful. Yesterday when we were talking about karma, and in fact, there was a discussion between me, Sagar.
Your voice should be louder.
It was a discussion on karma yesterday between me, Sagar, and Pradeep, and then you gave such a vast subject on karma today. That's really amazing, sir. I think everything is always has a meaningful coincidence, and so very, very.
Yes, Sagar.
Yes, sir. So today has been a very first of a kind enlightenment hour, sir. Wonderful, wonderful facilitation from Dr. Shaila Alvi. She was able to get a lot of concepts, a lot of wisdom from you. And I especially loved the way you started. Enlightenment is more about from confusion to fusion, confusion to clarity, right? That was awesome. And then the other point you mentioned about enlightenment is about going through the unknown, overcoming the fear of unknown in all fields. And then today you brought in this whole dimension of singing. A lot of people, you asked people to sing during the show. So it was awesome. And then thank you, dear friends from Pakistan. It was awesome hearing your voices, hearing your questions, hearing your experiences. The first time I'm doing it. And though I've read Dr. Shaila Alvi, though I read your articles being printed, and I've seen a couple of videos of the earlier sessions. So very, very awesome, very different enlightenment hour, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pari.
Thank you, Sagar. I would like to announce one program that is going to begin in July. The Master Bano program in Punjabi. So we invite all the Punjabis in Pakistan to come and join this program July 19th. So this is a wonderful 40-day program which is initiated by Jaswinder Kaur ma'am from Delhi.
In Punjabi language?
Yes, in Punjabi language. So we want to connect all Pakistanis who speak Punjabi to this program.
Yeah.
Welcome to Punjab.
Yes.
Welcome to all the Punjabis.
Yes.
Everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Share your experiences. Share your greatness as a Punjabi. The weather of a Punjabi, the wisdom of a Punjabi, the celebration of a Punjabi, Bhangra dance. So welcome to all the Punjabis of the world in this session. Chandra is there?
No, we don't see him.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Yes, sir. So we're talking about law of karma, and you gave such a vast subject, really wonderful. Because Seth, while the book is great, the messages are great. There is somewhere it talks about no karma, and so I really wanted to understand a better perspective of it, and then so you gave totally the whole subject is that's one of the best subjects on law of karma today that came out, and enlightenment. So you always said there is only one meditation is one for everyone. I think this particular session is showing that there's one for everyone, and there is only one meditation, and we all one, and that's exactly what it shows. To me, enlightenment is to recognize that we're all one, and so there's no judgments, and then we accept everyone as they are. We live our life with no judgments, no conclusions, and aspect everyone as they are, and then live in unity and harmony. And then you always said enlightenment is also is that we know that there's infinity to learn. So any amount we continue to learn in every session. So the infinity to learn. We know little, and there's any amount to learn. So continue to learn. I think this is what defines to me enlightenment. Thank you, sir. Wonderful session today.
Okay, Pari, let us do some meditation
Yes.
and conclude the session.
Yes.
Put some Bismillah Khan music.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Yes.
Everybody close your eyes. And be with your breath. Meditation is the way for enlightenment. And enlightenment is the way for rapid evolution and greater enjoyment. Meditation is the greatest experience that you can have. Meditation is the greatest experiment that you can perform. Meditation is the greatest experiment. Meditation is the greatest experience. Meditation is the greatest enlightenment. Meditation is the greatest enjoyment. Meditation is the greatest evolution. Therefore, we go into meditation. Be with your normal, natural breath for the next 10 minutes. Be with your normal, natural, easy, soft, simple, tender, peaceful, with great Bismillah Khans, great music. Let us do great meditation. Ten minutes of meditation.
Imagine if life was like using software. If you felt like you weren't quite using things the way they were intended to be used.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Thank you, everybody. Slowly open your eyes. Give a big clap to Dr. Sheila Alvi.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. It was such an enlightening hour and time and moments. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sheila. It was a wonderful, wonderful session. I mean, it was just perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pari. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shreyans, Chandra, Sagar, Mother. Thank you, everyone, for being here for such a long time and sharing your presence with us. And we would like to conclude that next week, next Tuesday, we will have Pyramid Valley hosting the Enlightenment Hour. Please come back and join us in this session. It happens every week at the same time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Patil, so beautifully conducted, and thank you, Dr. Sela Alvi, so gracefully conducted. Really nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hans. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry, all those who are raised, hands were raised and we couldn't include them. Next time.
And Shailaji, with your work, you're uniting so many hearts and uniting nations that I can clearly see. So thank you so much for being that change and then being brave to be talking about this. Wonderful.
Thank you,
When I was in 10 years ago, talking in companies was a taboo. So I was hesitant because, oh, you're bringing meditation is religion. So how are you bringing and all that? But then you've taken a great step, and so really, really wonderful that there are many people have shared many beliefs about countries here also from our side and vice versa from the other side. So with this thing, we can easily see that happening, that, that all the beliefs that we formed that has been their condition, it slowly goes away.
Yes.
So thank you, Patri sir. I understand why we are having such beautiful sessions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I will.
Until next Tuesday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.